Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a short review for the new EP from the band Of Mice and Men called Timless. Now, Of Mice and Men is a four-piece band from California that was, not gonna lie, quite prevalent when I was a teenager, having such bangers as Would You Still Be There and You Make Me Sick. And today they are back once again with this high energy affair that keeps you pretty much headbanging from start to finish. So to go over the highlights, this is consistently high energy front to back, which is great, especially for a 12-minute long EP when you don't have much time to sort of develop anything. The best thing you can really do is just be high energy, which is really well done here. On top of that, they are able to retain their roots as a metalcore band from the earlier days while modernizing it with modern production techniques, as well as adding more samples that add to the overall metal feel instead of overpowering it and taking away from the overall more metallic feel. Another thing I do really appreciate as well is the fact they're able to move in and out of heavier and cleaner sections with ease, which is something that is done quite a lot in metalcore projects, and sometimes it can be very sloppy, but here there's no issue with that at all. It seamlessly moves from one section to the next and it just fits like a glove. And when the heavier sections are there, specifically the breakdowns, they are heavy, they are energetic, but at the same time they do provide a lot of emotion with the lead sections in the background that add weight and a visceral impact to the listener. And then on top of that, we have the riffs as well, which are heavy, they're groovy, they're catchy as well, and really get you into the mood for the album. And on top of all this, we have our vocals. Now, the screaming vocals, solid as ever. I kind of wish they could have been a bit louder overall in the mix. Sometimes I felt like they were being drowned out. But on the other side, we have our clean vocals by Pauley, who brings his iconic sound into those choruses to create weight and atmosphere and the sense of epicness to the overall track. And yeah, it's just a joy to listen to. Like, I love his vocals. I think they have that sort of that distinct sound that you can't find anywhere else. And when you hear those vocals, it just sounds like Of Mice and Men. You know you're listening to Of Mice and Men. That's why I love it. And with their final track, Anchor, it actually incorporates some EDM elements that work really well with the low-end instruments such as the bass or the drums, and sort of give a different kind of vibe to the overall sonic spectrum. And it's just, yeah, it's really cool. I wasn't expecting it, and I think it was done really artfully. And with every yin, there's a yang, and unfortunately, I did have some issues. The main one being just the overall mix, which I thought was just blown out. It was so overly compressed that even though this is only a 12-track affair, by the end of the third track, listener fatigue was settling in, and I think if this was a longer project, it would definitely have been something that would have worked against the band. And specifically with the compression, I thought the snare was so overly compressed, it didn't even sound like a real snare was being used. It was so consistent and it was so loud, it almost seemed like a sample just from listening to it. As I mentioned briefly more, I did also think that the scream vocals were a bit quieter in the mix, which is a shame because they are very good vocals, and I just kind of wish they were a bit louder, that, you know, a bit more commanding overall. And finally, I just wish the bass guitar was more present in the mix, because when it was there and when you could hear it, it had this really cool tone to it that I really enjoyed. But when everything else was in the mix, it was just lost. I didn't feel like it was adding a lot of low end to the overall mid-range instruments, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, I kind of wish that the bass was louder as well. But overall, this EP is a high energy joy to listen to. If your person needs some energy in the morning, you can definitely listen to this. If you're trying to get yourself warmed up in the gym, I'd recommend this one as well. It has your classic metalcore moments from back in the day, but it also has a modern day polish to it, so it can compete with the modern day releases as well. And one thing I do appreciate as well is the really good quality songwriting in these tracks. And yeah, I can't really fault it that much. And of course, this is all packed into a 12-minute long EP, so there's a lot here for 12 minutes. And since it's only 12 minutes as well, you can easily just have this on repeat and go through the album a couple of times in one sitting. But overall, this is a pretty solid EP, and I'm going to be giving it a 7 out of 10. But anyway, that was my short review of the new Of Mice and Men EP. Let me know what you think in the comments about the EP. Did you like it? Did you not? And hit the subscribe button to keep updated on all the content coming out on this channel. But without anything more to be said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.